Hey everyone, so I need to tell you something kind of embarrassing. For years, I thought I was killing it at this whole hydration thing. I had my water bottle, I was drinking throughout the day, feeling pretty proud of myself. And then I found out that I was actually doing it completely wrong. Like, not just a little wrong, but in ways that were actually working against my health. And here's the thing, I wasn't alone. According to research from the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition, about 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated. But that's not even the full story, because many of us are drinking water. We're just doing it in ways that undermine the actual benefits. So today, we're diving into 4 habits that most of us have, when it comes to drinking water, that are actually sabotaging our health. And trust me, at least 2 of these are going to surprise you. Habit number 1, chugging water too fast. All right, let's start with probably the most common one, and it's something I used to do all the time. You wake up, realize you haven't had water in like 3 hours, and you just down an entire liter in 2 minutes flat. Or you finish a workout and you're absolutely parched, so you chug a massive bottle as fast as humanly possible. Feels good, right? Like you're really hydrating. Here's the problem though. Your kidneys can only process about 800 to 1,000 milliliters of water per hour. That's roughly 1 liter. When you drink way more than that in a short period, your body literally can't keep up. A study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that drinking water too quickly can actually dilute your blood sodium levels, leading to something called hyponatremia. Now, mild cases just make you feel nauseous or give you a headache, but severe cases? We're talking confusion, seizures, even coma in extreme situations. And here's what really got me. Research from the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology showed that when you drink water slowly, your body absorbs it way more efficiently. They found that sipping water over time increased cellular hydration by up to 40% compared to chugging the same amount quickly. 40%! That's not a small difference. Think about it like watering a plant. If you dump a ton of water all at once, most of it just runs through and out the bottom, right? But if you water slowly, the soil actually absorbs it. Your body works the same way. So instead of chugging that whole bottle, try to pace yourself. Aim for maybe 200 to 300 milliliters every 15 to 20 minutes. Your cells will actually thank you for it. Habit number 2, only drinking when you're thirsty. Okay, this next one might sound crazy because we've all heard, just listen to your body, right? And generally, that's good advice. But here's the thing about thirst that most people don't realize. By the time you actually feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. A study from the Journal of Applied Physiology found that thirst doesn't kick in until you've lost about 1% to 2% of your body's water content. And at that level, you're already experiencing decreased cognitive function and physical performance. The researchers found that even mild dehydration, at just 1.5% body water loss, reduced concentration and increased feelings of anxiety and fatigue by measurable amounts. What's even more concerning is that as we age, our thirst mechanism gets less reliable. Research published in Age and Aging showed that older adults have a significantly reduced sense of thirst, which is one reason why dehydration is such a major problem in elderly populations. But even if you're in your 20s or 30s, your thirst response isn't perfect. Here's what the science suggests instead. The National Academies of Sciences recommends about 3.7 liters per day for men and 2.7 liters for women from all beverages and food. Now, this varies based on your activity, level, climate, and individual factors, but the key is being proactive rather than reactive. I started setting reminders on my phone every couple of hours, and honestly, it made a huge difference. You don't have to drink a ton at once, just consistent amounts throughout the day. And here's a pro tip from urologists: check your urine color. If it's darker than pale yellow, you need more water. This is way more reliable than waiting for thirst, because it's showing you real-time hydration status. Habit number 3, drinking tons of water right before bed. This habit seems innocent enough, right? You want to wake up hydrated, so you drink a big glass or 2 before bed. I used to do this religiously, and then I wondered why my sleep quality was terrible, and I was waking up multiple times a night. The research here is pretty clear. A study published in the journal Sleep found that nocturia, which is waking up at night to urinate, significantly disrupts sleep architecture. Even a single nighttime awakening can reduce time spent in deep sleep and REM sleep, which are the most restorative sleep stages. The researchers found that people who woke up just once per night had measurably worse cognitive performance the next day. But here's what really surprised me. Research from the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine showed that it's not just about waking up to pee. Drinking large amounts of water before bed can also trigger your body's natural diuretic hormones at the wrong time, which means your kidneys go into overdrive when they should be in rest mode. This disrupts your circadian rhythm in ways that go beyond just needing the bathroom. And there's another factor that most people don't consider. A study in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases found that the timing of your water intake affects your electrolyte balance throughout the night. Flooding your system right before bed can dilute important minerals like sodium and potassium at a time when your body is trying to maintain homeostasis for optimal cellular repair. So what should you do instead? The sleep researchers suggest cutting off large water consumption about 2 hours before bed. You can still sip small amounts if your mouth feels dry, maybe 100 to 150 milliliters max, but save the bulk of your hydration for daytime hours. This one change improved my sleep quality more than I ever expected. I went from waking up 2 or 3 times a night to sleeping straight through, and the difference in how I felt the next day was massive. Habit number 4, drinking water with every single meal. All right, last one, and this is probably going to be the most surprising, because we've been told our whole lives to drink water with meals. And look, I'm not saying never drink water with food, but the way most of us do it, that might actually be problematic. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Biochemistry and Nutrition found that drinking large amounts of water during meals can dilute your stomach acid and digestive enzymes. Your stomach acid needs to be at a certain pH level, around 1.5 to 3.5, to properly break down proteins and kill potentially harmful bacteria in your food. When you drink a lot of water with your meal, you're literally watering down that acid. A study in the Scandinavian Journal of Gastroenterology tracked people's digestive efficiency based on their fluid intake during meals. They found that participants who drank more than 300 milliliters of water during a meal showed slower gastric emptying times and reported more feelings of bloating and indigestion. On the flip side, those who drank little to no water during meals but hydrated before and after had better digestion markers and reported feeling more comfortable. And here's the thing that makes this complicated. Some water with meals isn't bad. In fact, a small amount can help with the mechanical process of swallowing and moving food through your system. The problem is volume and timing. The gastroenterologists I researched suggest that if you're properly hydrated throughout the day, you shouldn't need to chug water with your meals. The better approach? Drink water about 30 minutes before you eat. This actually primes your digestive system. Then, during the meal itself, limit yourself to small sips if needed. For swallowing, maybe 100 to 150 milliliters total, and then wait about 30 minutes to an hour after eating before you drink larger amounts again. This gives your stomach acid time to do its job without interference. A study in obesity research showed that people who drank 500 milliliters of water 30 minutes before meals actually lost more weight than those who didn't, even when both groups ate the same number of calories. Why? Better digestion, better satiety signals, and more efficient nutrient absorption. So there you have it. 4 habits that seem totally normal, but are actually working against you. Stop chugging water like you're in a competition. Don't wait until you're desperately thirsty. Cut yourself off a couple hours before bed, and be strategic about when you drink around meals. Your body is constantly working to maintain balance, and when you drink water in ways that align with how your body actually functions, everything just works better. It's not about following rigid rules. It's about understanding the science and then making choices that support your health. If this video helped you see hydration in a new way, hit that like button and subscribe, because we're doing more deep dives like this on everyday health habits that most people get wrong. Drop a comment and let me know which of these habits you're guilty of. I'm guessing at least 2 or 3 resonated. And if you want to dive deeper into the research, I'll link some of the key studies in the description below. Stay hydrated, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.